This book explains these marketing concepts so well. Idleness aversion. A consumer who is idle will get more irate. Uber used this really well, and they added a little tracker where you can see exactly where your cab is. So while you are waiting, you have something to do. You have that little cab to track along, and so you're going to wait more patiently. Psychological moonshot. This is a huge leap in your business just because you crack one psychological phenomena. There was an elevator company and they just could not make their elevators doors close faster because there was a certain guideline. So what they did, they just added a button which says close, for the close the door. And while consumers were pressing it, they just felt like, yeah, wow, the door is closing faster. But actually it was just a placebo. The door was not at all closing faster. Uncertainty anxiety. Sometimes more than the thing happening fast, consumers want to know when it will happen. And this is something that Domino's used well. A lot of consumers used to call the moment they place their order and be like, where's my order? So they also added a tracker where essentially you could track your rider. And this is way before Uber Eats and Swiggy and Zomato. They always had a tracker which you could just figure out where your order is. And that itself made consumers be like, okay, my order is on the way. Goal gradient effect. The closer you are to achieving your goal, the harder you will work on it. Think of a loyalty card for a cafe where they stamp your card every time you go there. When you're about to get that free coffee, you end up going there a lot more frequently. Friction can add value. When General Mills launched the Betty Crocker mix, it was a cake mix and everything was pretty much like a premix. You just add milk, water, eggs and essentially you get the cake. But it was just not selling. So they figured out, they went to consumers and the consumers said that for them baking a cake was like an act of love and effort, and everything just being a premix kind of made it very impersonal. So they took out the step where it was an egg, which was in a powdered format, and said add a real egg, and literally that was a game changer for them because suddenly it felt like, okay, I'm putting in more effort. This book has so many interesting concepts. This one was just on marketing. The next one I'll talk about motivation, so stay tuned.